So now let's start working on our project. And the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a JavaScript file, because most of our work is going to be in that JavaScript file. And this index is just going to be used to display data whenever we have data. So here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to click on this icon to create a new file. And then I'm going to name it AJAX.js. So make sure that the extension is JavaScript, is JX. And then hit enter, and it will be opened. Now let's start working on this. So the first thing that we need to do in order to make AJAX request is that we need to use an object called XML HTTP request. It's called XML HTTP request. This object allows us to make requests using AJAX, and it's super powerful, because by using this class, we will be able to make AJAX requests and make requests and receive responses from any server in the world. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to create is that I'm going to create a new object of that class. So I'm going to say new and then XML HTTP request. And then I'm going to store the result in a variable called, I'm going to say here var, and then I'm going to store the result in a variable called HTTP request. So now I have created an object of the XML HTTP request. And then this object is going to be used throughout our application to make requests, to check the status of the request, to receive responses, to do pretty much everything. So now, in order to make a simple request using this HTTP request that we have now, HTTP request, we need to call a function called open. So here .open, and then this function open, this function is going to allow you to pass the method and then the URL. So the method, first the method is the method that you want to make. So the method can be post or get or delete or put. So get is the HTTP method that's going to allow you to make a GET request, which is the most common method in order to get data from the server, from any server. So the first parameter is the method. The second parameter is the URL. So the URL of the service that you want to get data from. So this URL can be any service in the world, can be any server URL in the world. And that's it. This is going to make you this is going to make the request. But of course, it's not as simple as that. Once you have called this open, you need to execute that. You need to send that request. So you need to say HTTP request and then .send. This send is going to send that opened request. So you are making a request. For example, you are making a call, and then this send works as the connector between your phone number and the phone that you want to reach. So you open your phone and then you make a request, and then send that request in order to be sent, and also wait for a response.